Caitlin Clark, the Iowa native, is returning to her old home court this spring. The Indiana Fever just announced it's adding a preseason game to be played at Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. Clark and her fellow Fever players will be facing off against the Brazilian national team.
Caitlin Clark did it again. Indiana Fever's preseason game sold out in under an hour. Meanwhile, in Las Vegas, A'ja Wilson and the two-time defending champion Aces are practically handing out tickets like Costco samples. How does a rookie outsell the league's best team? Did A'ja forget to log into Ticketmaster? Did the Aces marketing budget vanish into Kelsey Plum's shoe collection? Somebody call Vegas. Looks like they might need Caitlin Clark just to fill the seats.
Well, it took just 1 hour for Caitlin Clark's return to Carver Hawkeye Arena to be sold out. Tickets went on sale at 9 this morning. They were all gone before general sale to the public even started.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just move the needle, she is the needle. And if you need any more proof of that, the Indiana Fever exhibition game sold out in just about 30 minutes.
Indiana Fever fans are going absolutely wild, and the numbers prove it. Their first preseason game against Brazil's national team sold out in under an hour. Tickets that started at regular prices are now reselling for over $500. Yes, $500, just to see Caitlin Clark and the Fever in a preseason matchup. Meanwhile, over in Las Vegas, A'ja Wilson and the two-time defending champion Aces are struggling to sell tickets for just $19. Not a joke, not an exaggeration. $19. That's cheaper than a meal at a decent restaurant. Looks like Caitlin Clark is turning preseason into must-see TV.
And I'm gonna treat myself, man. Yeah, no, I'm going alone. I'm not gonna take anybody with me. If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man, A'ja Wilson, man, commanded $19.
This isn't some VIP courtside experience. The entire arena for the Fever game is packed, and fans are still dropping hundreds just to get in. Meanwhile, in Vegas, Aces tickets might as well come with a free buffet coupon. The Fever's hype is off the charts. The second Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA, the entire league shifted. Suddenly, Indiana basketball is relevant again, and the Fever are one of the hottest tickets in sports. Meanwhile, the Aces, supposedly a super team, are struggling to draw interest, as fans seem more eager to spend their money elsewhere.
So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get a ticket. I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game. This is a preseason game, and it's sold out in about 10 seconds. There was a 10% chance if you tried to buy them, you could get them, which is mad. Which is absolute madness. And obviously, look, it's Caitlin Clark going back to Iowa to play where her jersey was retired like that.
Let's put this in perspective. A pair of courtside Fever tickets for a preseason game could pay for a round-trip flight to Vegas, a hotel stay, a fancy dinner, and still leave enough for Aces tickets and a jersey or two. The difference is staggering. Fans are desperate to see Caitlin Clark in action, while A'ja Wilson and the Aces are struggling to draw a crowd. And it's not just about ticket prices, it's about demand. Indiana's arena is packed with eager fans, while in Vegas, you could probably fit an entire high school field trip without filling the seats.
Tickets went on sale for the preseason game against the Brazilian national team at Carver Hawkeye Arena. They sold out in 45 minutes, folks.
The excitement just isn't there. Some might blame the market. Vegas has plenty of entertainment. But let's be honest, Indiana isn't exactly a global hotspot. Yet, the Fever are selling out while the Aces are practically handing out tickets like a fire sale. It's a bad look. They're back-to-back champions, yet they can't even sell tickets for the price of a fast food combo. Meanwhile, Indiana's demand is skyrocketing. The contrast is clear. Caitlin Clark and the Fever are dominating the spotlight, while the Aces are struggling to get their own city to show up.
Go on sale Friday morning, but they're sold out. So I really don't know what they're gonna do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities. And you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
Aja Wilson, one of the league's top players, can't even fill an arena for less than the cost of a movie ticket. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, a rookie who hasn't played a single WNBA game, has the entire world watching and paying premium prices. It's not even a contest. The Fever's popularity is skyrocketing, while the Aces are fading into the background. Indiana is quickly becoming the league's biggest attraction, while Vegas struggles to keep fans interested. People aren't clamoring to see Aja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, or the so-called super team. Fans want excitement, energy, and a true game changer. And right now, that's Caitlin Clark. Think about it. $600 for a Fever preseason ticket versus $19 for an Aces game. One team is dominating headlines, the other is struggling to stay relevant. Clark is turning Indiana into the center of women's basketball, while the Aces are barely making noise. If Vegas wants people to show up, they might have to start throwing in free popcorn and a drink with every ticket purchase.
Expensive cologne and throw on your Rolex and get jazzy with it, man, and walk the red carpet, man. You can do that for $309, man. That's a little too much for me, man. I just want to get in the building and see the face of the league. Let me see what Caitlin. What's up with Caitlin? I wonder how much it's going to cost to see a Caitlin preseason game. Rats, it's already sold out. And listen, let's stop all this talk about how the WNBA has grown, man. The WNBA didn't grow. The NCAA in March Madness made the WNBA.
Let's be real. You can sit courtside at an Aja Wilson game for the same price as a burger and fries. That's ridiculous. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's game sold out in under an hour. It's not even a competition at this point. The Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable, and the Aces and their fans just have to deal with it. Think about this. While people are debating whether Clark is transforming the game, Aja Wilson is struggling to sell tickets like they're part of a dollar store clearance sale. The Aces thought they were the WNBA's hottest attraction, but Clark arrived and changed everything, before even playing a single pro game. Aces fans love to shout about their back-to-back championships, but what does that really mean if no one is paying attention? Winning should bring excitement, yet Vegas is playing to half-empty arenas. You could walk into an Aces game 5 minutes before tip-off and still snag a front-row seat like it's open mic night. Meanwhile, the second Fever tickets go on sale. It's like trying to grab Beyoncé concert seats. Gone in an instant. Clark hasn't just put Indiana basketball back on the map. She's shifted the entire WNBA landscape. And right now, the Aces look less like defending champions and more like an afterthought.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game, where the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market is already crazy, but it was sold out and a bunch of season ticket holders couldn't even get their tickets. Iowa women's basketball posted this on their Instagram and on their Facebook just a few minutes ago that, hey, it's already sold out. No point in trying to get tickets tomorrow for the general public because you can't. This is already on SeatGeek, which one is super annoying because like there's a lot of us that genuinely want to go and want to be able to afford this kind of stuff. And the fact that there were tickets on SeatGeek before.
Let's be honest. This isn't about skill anymore. It's about impact. Caitlin Clark has people who never watched women's basketball buying tickets, rocking jerseys, and packing arenas they didn't even know existed. Meanwhile, Aja Wilson's games feel like a high school scrimmage, empty seats and discounted popcorn. Wilson and the Aces keep talking about being disrespected, but if fans truly cared, the demand would reflect it. Meanwhile, Clark could announce a random pickup game at the local YMCA, and people would camp outside like it's Black Friday just for a chance to watch. It's funny how some still act like the Caitlin Clark effect isn't real, yet every single day, the evidence keeps piling up. She's not just bringing attention, she's changing the entire landscape of women's basketball.
Number one topic in sports, the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance, she's doing sold out days.
Ticket sales are through the roof, TV ratings are breaking records, and the hype is unreal. Meanwhile, the Aces' biggest headlines are about who's doing pre-game TikTok dances. Great priorities, right? And let's not even get started on jersey sales. Caitlin Clark's jersey hasn't even dropped yet, and it's already projected to outsell the entire Aces roster combined. Aja Wilson might have to start handing out jerseys with a meal combo just to keep up. It's crazy how some people still refuse to accept that Caitlin Clark is the main event. The Aces? They're just a warm-up act. Sure, they might get a little applause, but everyone knows who the real star is. The numbers don't lie. The fans don't lie. The impact is clear as day. Caitlin Clark has taken over the WNBA, and whether people like it or not, the entire league is shifting around her. Some folks are just going to have to accept it.
But yeah, it's a big situation again. Like Caitlin Clark selling out Iowa, sold out a preseason game. People saying it sold out in 40 minutes. This is within 20 minutes. Like obviously you couldn't get onto the damn website. It's sold out. You could have been trying to refreshing the page and not got tickets. Most of the time, it officially sold out in 40 minutes, but like realistically, it almost crashed the website.
Aja Wilson really thinks she's the face of the WNBA, huh? Back-to-back MVPs, 2 championships, and now she's carrying herself like she's the league's biggest superstar. But if she's really that big, why can't her team even sell out a preseason game with $19 tickets? $19? You can't even get a decent meal for that. Yet somehow, that's still too much to watch Wilson and the Aces. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has people paying hundreds, even thousands, just to step inside the arena. Clark isn't just popular, she's transforming the entire league. Everywhere she goes, the hype follows. Sold-out arenas, standing room-only crowds, and ticket prices skyrocketing. She's shifting the WNBA in real time. And then there's Wilson and the Aces. Where's the buzz? Where's the energy? Where's the supposed star power? Because right now, the numbers don't lie. Clark is the main event, while the Aces are struggling to keep people interested.
Kinda, alone in the crowd. I know, man. That was kind of a heartbreaker of a game for me because that was the game that Caitlin Clark only scored 1 bucket, 1 3-pointer, but I am determined to see a 30-piece this season.
Let's be honest. Vegas is a tourist hotspot. People fly in from all over the world, so selling out a small arena should be easy, especially when tickets cost less than a budget hotel stay. But nope, the Aces are practically giving them away, and fans still aren't showing up. What does that say? Maybe this so-called dynasty isn't as beloved as they claim. Maybe outside of their fan bubble, people just don't care about the Aces. Maybe Aja Wilson isn't the box office attraction she thinks she is. But you know who is? Caitlin Clark. If she sneezes, ESPN covers it. If she blinks, Twitter explodes. The WNBA's ticket sales, jersey sales, and TV ratings are all skyrocketing, and she's the reason. Meanwhile, Wilson and the Aces are sitting there wondering why they can't get people to pay pocket change for a ticket. It's actually embarrassing. You'd think a back-to-back championship team would at least have a strong home crowd. But no. And before anyone says, "Oh, it's just preseason," let's not forget that Caitlin Clark's preseason games were completely packed. The Fever are selling out practice games. The Aces, they can't even get their own city to show up at a discount. That's not a market issue, it's a demand issue. One team is the main event. The other, just hoping for a crowd.
Oh, wait a minute. It's been updated. Half an hour on Thursday before the general public got a chance to get their hands on them. The Indiana Fever will take on the Brazilian national team for the exhibition game at Caitlin Clark's old stomping grounds. Pre-sale tickets went on sale at 9 a.m. Thursday. By 9:36, the game was sold out, according to a spokesperson for Iowa's women's basketball team. A total of 15,000 tickets were sold.
It's downright disrespectful. To the league, to the so-called superstars getting all the hype, and most of all, to Caitlin Clark. Let's be honest, if she were on the Aces, they wouldn't be struggling to sell $19 tickets. If Clark played in Vegas, prices would triple, and fans would still sell the arena out in minutes. The difference is undeniable. So maybe it's time to stop pretending. Maybe it's time people admit A'ja Wilson isn't the massive superstar she claims to be. If she were, she wouldn't be out here hoping fans show up while Caitlin Clark is setting attendance records. The numbers don't lie, and neither do the empty seats at Aces games. Clark's impact is so real that other WNBA players are scrambling to prove they belong in the conversation. Spoiler alert, they don't. Suddenly, they're in the gym overtime, posting Instagram workout clips, adding new moves overnight. But no matter what they do, they can't match Clark's influence. She hasn't even played a regular season game yet, and she's already reshaping the league. Every step she takes, every shot she makes, the entire basketball world is watching. Meanwhile, other players can complain, tweet, or act like it's not happening. But it is. The WNBA has changed, and Caitlin Clark is the reason. She's not just another rookie. She's the main attraction, the biggest name in the sport, and the reason people are showing up. At this point, the Aces and A'ja Wilson can either accept it or keep hoping someone notices them. But one thing's for sure. Caitlin Clark isn't just in the league, she is the league now. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.